Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of questions about one piercing in particular, and those are my dimples. I've been getting messages on here, on Facebook, on Instagram, etc. of people asking me about my dimple piercings. So I'm gonna make a video about that. And I get a lot of questions about my oral piercings, so like my tongue ring, my smiley, my lips, and my dimples. So I'm gonna inform you guys on this kind of thing. And one of the main questions I get was, did your dimple piercings hurt? Not really, to be honest. This side, when she did it, I have a lot of scar tissue on this side because I'm gonna feel like a fucking idiot. But I went to the dentist and they numbed my mouth and I chewed my cheek up. And I thought I was just, barely biting it. But no, I chomped it. And the dentist came back and looked at me and said, dude, your cheek looks like raw hamburger. And I was like, fuck. At that time, I knew I fucked up. So I went home, and a day or two went by, and then my cheek was swollen. And any of you that knew me at that time knew that it was bad. My cheek stuck out to here. I looked like a damn chipmunk. It was horrible. And it hurt really bad. And then like 2 weeks later, I had a pus pocket in it. And I bit it, eating something, and the pus pocket went, and it went all in my mouth. And it was nasty, and I accidentally swallowed it, and it made me sick. But it was nasty. I could barely brush my teeth because it hurt so bad. But I did it anyways. But it fucking sucked. It hurt really bad. And then anyhow, a couple months went by, and then I got my dimples pierced. And this side hurt a little bit. She had to stab me like 2 or 3 times to get the needle through, but I got it. And it bled really bad. Like, she put the needle through. My stepdad was there. He has the video. I'm going to have him resend me the video, and I'll probably upload it so you guys can, like, see my piercing experience. It was really funny. But she put the needle through, and it bled all down my cheek, onto my neck, down my chest. It was horrible, but it was amazing, and it was bad, and it didn't really hurt, but just the feeling, like, the sound of it was a lot worse than the piercing itself. Because when she pushed it through, I felt it pop, and I could hear it pop, and it went crack, crack, pop, 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 crack, 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 the whole way through, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Okay, anyhow, and she did that side, put the bar in it, and it was fine. And then she did this side. Ignore Jerry right there, that's Jerry. But she did this side, and it didn't bleed at all. And she warned me that, hey, it's going to bruise really bad. And I didn't bruise at all. And she was surprised. So now that I told you guys about that, I'm going to tell you about my tongue piercing. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what that is, but in case you don't, that's a tongue piercing. Because I know it's going to be that one oddball that don't know what that is. Well, now you know. I did it myself while my mom was at the store when I was like 15. No, I was 16 because I was with my ex-boyfriend. And it was around Christmas. It was like a week before Christmas. And my mom went to the store. Oh, it was a week before, sorry, it was a week before Thanksgiving. No, it was before Christmas. Yes, it was because I was with James. And I got this bright-ass idea while my mom's at the store that I'm going to pierce my tongue and my brother's going to watch. So me and my brother are in the bathroom together. I burned the needle, drenched it in alcohol, and stuck it through my tongue. Before I did, I, checked my veins and whatnot, make sure there's not one in the way. So I shoved it through very slowly. And weirdly, it didn't hurt. I was expecting it to hurt, and the only part that hurt was the first layer of skin and the first layer of muscle. That's the only part that hurt. After that, I didn't feel it, to be honest. And I'm not lying to you guys, I literally did not feel it. And it had me fucked up. And the reason I knew that I got it through all the way is because I went like this to feel for the needle and I stuck my finger. It hurt. Me sticking my finger with the needle hurt more than the piercing. Because like I said, I didn't really feel the piercing. And then I used a safety pin to gauge it. And then I put the tongue ring in. And the safety pin was smaller than the tongue ring, so I had to gauge my tongue with that. And I did. And it swelled really bad. I was talking like this because the tongue was so swollen and that I talked like this. It was horrible. You could barely make out what the fuck I was saying. So, yeah.
At least we don't punch ourselves in the eye.
Shut up. And then I did my lip piercings a few years ago. I've had my lip piercings since I was like 14 or 15. And I did them myself while my mom was at the store. And then I wonder why my mom doesn't trust me here by myself. But I did my my lip piercings when I was like 14 or 15. I can't remember, but I know it's been a while. It's been a few years. And I did this side first. I just took a not a safety pin. I took a push pin and pushed it through, put the earring in it, and then I did this side and pushed it through and put the earring in it. And it hurt a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't like unbearable. Like it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't bad, but it hurt a little bit. But I'm not gonna lie, it was like any other piercing I got. The sound of it was worse than anything. And it hurt somewhat. I mean, it hurt just a little bit, but not in serious. On a pain scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, it was maybe a 3. And it didn't hurt that much. I mean, it wasn't horrible.
Let Jason do one more match.
But it was weird. It was weird feeling.
As soon as we're done,
That's what I'm doing.
And my mom came home, looked at me, and literally said, "What the fuck?" She noticed it right off the bat and was like, "You did not." And I'm like, "I did." And I got yelled at. And she was fine with me keeping them after like a week of arguing, fighting with her. She was like, "Whatever, keep them. If your lip falls off, it's your fault." So I was like, okay. And now I still buy my jewelry and everything for it. My sister gave me these. And I really like them. But I'm gonna talk about the rest of my piercings while I'm at it. My septum was probably the least painful besides my tongue. Because this didn't really hurt at all. And any of you that I've dated and everything, you know I got certain body piercings. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about my basic piercings that's not personal. And the ones I haven't currently. But my nose ring, it didn't hurt at all, and I did it with a safety pin. Yes, I do my piercings with a safety pin. Don't judge me. Because I was an edgy teen, and I was like, I'm going to pierce my fucking nose with a safety pin. I know, so I did. And I have my ears done here and up here. And my sister did those for me. So, when I was doing my septum, I took it, put the safety pin here, and I kind of pushed it through. And I was like, what the hell? My eye watered a little bit, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm dying type deal. And I put the earring in it. It was a 16 gauge at first, and then I gauged it like 2 months later with a 14. And that was that. When my mom found out, she wasn't really mad about my septum because it is such a basic piercing. She wasn't really pissed about it. But she was mad, but she wasn't like going to kill me about it, so that's good. So, yeah, that wasn't too bad. When I did my belly button piercing, I'm not showing you guys that because I don't have it in right now. But that kind of hurt because I don't use clamps or anything. I just dot it and hope for the best. And I didn't dot it this time. I just kind of pushed the safety pin through it and left a safety pin in it for like 2 months. And then took it out and put a ring in it. And I put a tongue ring bar in it, which you're not supposed to do. Do not do that. And I did. That hurt. So, this didn't hurt along with up here. It didn't hurt whatsoever. The only bad part about up here is that I lay on my side when I sleep. So, it put pressure on it and it hurt a little bit. But that wasn't bad. And my smiley piercing, not sure if you can see that. No, you can't see it. Yeah, there you can. That's my smiley piercing. It's gauged now because I got this bright ass idea while I was in school. And I didn't mean for it to happen, but I was in school. I went to Colonial at the time. And I sneezed, and my tooth grabbed it, and it almost ripped it out, and it was bleeding. And if you guys, any of you went to Colonial, it was in Mr. Sarge's class. And he looked at me, he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he gave me a tissue and sent me to the nurse and stuff. And they, "Do you want me to call your mom?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." So I just washed my mouth out and went back to class and then took a nap. So yeah, that was wonderful. And then my boyfriend at the time was Michael. And he's like, "Babe, are you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." So that was interesting. And my smiley didn't hurt because the skin is really thin and it didn't hurt at all. It pinched, but it wasn't horrible. And I put the earring in it like I did with the rest of them and called it that. Well, guys, I'm leaving here in a little bit, so I gotta get off here. I'm not gonna be able to film tomorrow because I'm gonna be with my niece. So I'll update when I can. I still don't have a right schedule of when I upload, but I'm gonna try to upload again more often. So I'll talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Bye.